Episode 1, why don't you yell at your baby? Why don't you yell at your baby? Yes, that's right. Lately, as new projects fall into my lap and there are a million tasks I need to complete, I feel myself evolving into a new phase of my life. One with more responsibility, full of new tasks, ones I know I can complete, yet I feel that deep tug of procrastination, and as the imposter syndrome begins to creep in, I ponder my friend's new baby that's just started to walk, and it's got me thinking, why don't people get angry at babies? Hi, I'm Ness from Sacred Minay, your self-love adventure co-pilot, and this is the Upgrade Your Shit podcast, where we cover everything from self-care practices to happiness, inner peace and alignment to time management. Everything to set your life up for success and fulfillment. I'm a women's self-love and purpose coach, and it's my mission to break as many women free from their unsatisfying lives as possible and move them to one of excitement and direction. Here's where my train of thought brought these two subjects together. My bestie's baby has just started walking, and I watched her and all of her other little baby friends at a party recently where they all stumbled around trying to stand and waddle and fall and crawl. As they stand up, there is nothing but encouragement, laughter and awes when they fall, and more encouragement for them to stand up again and try again. The baby's faces as they fall turn to minute shock, and you see them start to slip into sadness before hollerings of mums slip into hearing range, and then they light up with smiles and try again, right? Grabbing whatever is closest to them. They'll haul themselves up onto their little chubby feet and try again. This concept of encouragement through failure got me thinking about where our fears of trying something new have come from. At what point did I start to lose encouragement for trying a second or a third time? Why do I have a fear of failure before trying something one time, let alone a second or third attempt? It's quite well known that to succeed and get something right, it takes practice. And with practice comes failure and growth and building strength to get better and better with each attempt. As children, we enter this world wide-eyed and curious, ready for exploration. But soon after the coddling from mum runs out, we realize that actions are often met with reactions from others. These reactions, whether positive or negative, start shaping our understanding of what is acceptable and what is considered not. We begin to seek approval and acceptance from those around us, parents and family members, teachers, friends. When we receive praise, it feels like sunshine on our faces, but when judgment creeps in, it can cast a shadow over our confidence, planting the seeds of fear. Often, the judgments we receive mirror the insecurities and fears of the person passing judgment. It's like they're holding up a mirror, reflecting their own struggles onto us. Understanding this can help us realize that it's not always about us, it's about them too. But unfortunately, as little people, this is not an easy concept to grasp. And our desires to try new things begin to be overshadowed by the fear of failure. Possibly it's a musical instrument that's been blasting the ear holes of the family, and the consistent request to stop because you're so bad clouds our goals to become a beautiful musician. Perhaps it's coming last in a race and being laughed at when it was only our first ever race attempt and all we dreamed of was coming first for days. Maybe we wore something during an experimental phase and were snickered and snided at into changing our clothes due to the embarrassment worn by those that were with us at the time, not even us, crushing the ambition of a fashion icon in the making. To avoid this ongoing judgment and criticism, we build a suit of armor made of conformity, right? We start molding ourselves to fit the expectations of others, even if it means sacrificing our authenticity, just not to endure the comments. But deep down, we know it's not sustainable, and the fear of being found out gnaws at us. But as we grow older and wiser, we start questioning the validity of these judgments. We realize that they often say more about the person passing judgment than they do about us. However, the years of conforming and hiding from the judgmental creates this heavy weight of beliefs that we aren't good enough, and what ifs. What if I fail? What if I'm no good at this? What will they say? How will I look? If we are lucky, this awareness empowers us to break free from the shackles of fear and embrace our true selves, removing masks we were trying to fit into the multifaceted world we take part in. Cultivating self-compassion becomes our superpower in the face of judgment. Instead of beating ourselves up for not meeting unrealistic standards, we learn to be kind and understanding towards ourselves and others. This acts as a shield against the spears of judgment that we receive every single day. You may not be in this place yet, and that's completely okay. It takes some time and unpacking of your own belief system before we gain enough traction to start giving ourselves permission to be a beginner again, to understand that no one starts out perfect in all things, that great skill comes from practice and failing and getting up and holding on and trying again. Yes, it's much easier with someone encouraging, with a big heart and smile from the sidelines, but as adults we learn to become our own heroes. There's a quote from Brené Brown that says, "Vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome." It's courageous and embracing our vulnerabilities, fears and imperfections, but it's also one of the most empowering things you can achieve. Ultimately, we are here to write our own story. We get to choose who we listen to, the ones that tear us down or the ones that lift us up. By reclaiming our power to do what we want and rewriting the narrative, we step into our authenticity unapologetically. Remember, your journey is unique, and every stumble is a stepping stone towards growth and success. So embrace your fears, dance with your vulnerabilities, and shine brightly as the magnificent soul that you are.